going to explain you the ambient technique. Ambient means most probable number of bacteria. The aim of the experiment is to enumerate the viable microorganisms present in a Swiss sample by multiple tube fermentation technique. The complete test consists of 3 pages. The presumptive phase, the nutrient media required is laurel tiptos broth. Then confirmed phase, the media required is brilliant green lactose bile broth, and completed test, the media required is the lactose broth. The intestinal tract of human being contains a huge population of rod-shaped bacteria which are known as coliform bacteria. They are of the following types. First is the fecal coliform group, then Escherichia coli group, and then the other pathogenic microbes. Coliform bacteria are known to ferment lactose, with one of the end product being a gas. A broth containing lactose and other substances which inhibit non-coliform group is placed in a series of test tubes which are then inoculated with decimal fraction of 1 ml. The tubes are incubated at specified temperature of 35 degrees centigrade for 48 hours and inspected for the development of gas. The first phase of the procedure is known as presumptive phase, and the tubes with gas formation are presumed to have coliform bacteria present. The second phase of the procedure is the confirmed phase. The second test is then set up to confirm the presence of coliform bacteria. Then the statistical method is used to determine the most probable number of bacteria per 100 ml of the sample. The apparatus required are sterilized pipettes. Inside this pipette stand is pipette. This is the container for where we keep the pipettes, and these pipettes are autoclaved. And then we have the sterilized fermentation tubes, and then we have conical flask, 5 in numbers, is containing 90 ml distilled water. These conical flasks are sterilized using an autoclave. Then we have about 25 numbers of test tubes. The test tube laurel tiptos broth, we have to prepare a solution of laurel tiptos broth. We dissolve 35.5 gram laurel tiptos broth in 1 liter water, and we transfer 10 ml to each of the 25 numbers of test tubes, and we place one Durham tube in the inverted condition in the pipette. The function of the Durham tube is to check the evolution of gas. If gas development is there after incubation, then we can, some void space will be left over the Durham tube, and we can say the tube is positive. Now I will transfer 10 ml Swiss to the first conical flask, then the dilution will be 1:10. So we'll mix the Swiss with the distilled water properly, so that the complete mixing is done. Then we take 10 ml of the well mixed Swiss sample to the second conical flask, which is marked as 1:10 square. Then from the second conical flask, after mixing, we transfer 10 ml of the sample to the third conical flask. Then from the third conical flask, we transfer 10 ml of the mixed waste sample to the fourth conical flask, which is numbered as 10 to the power 4. Now from the fourth conical flask, we transfer 10 ml of the diluted sewage sample to the fifth conical flask. Then we'll open the conical flask, which is marked as 1:10 to the power 5, and we transfer 1 ml sample to each of the 5 numbers of test tubes. देखिए what happened here. In the conical flux, which is numbered as 1:10 to the power 4, we transfer 1 ml is to a set of 5 test tubes which are numbered as 4. We'll transfer 1 ml to the set of 5 test tubes. Then from the conical flux, which is numbered as 1:10 to the power 2, we transfer 1 ml each to a set of 5 test tubes which are marked as 2. Then from the conical flux, which is written as 1:10, we transfer 1 ml is to a set of 5 test tubes. Now we are going to keep the fermentation tubes in a BOD incubator which is set at 35 degrees centigrade, and we'll incubate the samples for 48 hours. We'll take out the tubes after 48 hours and we'll see the evolution of gas. to check which tubes are positive, which tubes are negative. Okay. After incubating the tubes at 35 degrees centigrade for 48 hours, we get the following results. For the first dilution, 1:10, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive test, this is positive test, and this is positive test. So it will be 5 by 5. The numerator denotes the number of positive tubes and the denominator denotes the total number of tubes cultured. And for the second dilution, this is positive, this is negative, this is negative, this is negative, this is positive, 2 by 5. This is 2 by 5. Then third dilution, all are negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All are negative. So 0 by 5. And for the fourth dilution, it is negative, 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 0 by 5. And for the fifth dilution, 1:10 to the power 5, all are negative. All are negative, so it will be 0 by 5. So MPN value will be given by, we'll take the combination 5 to 0. For the combination of 5 to 0, the MPN index from the book is 5 to 0, 49. Then MPN value per 100 ml will be equal to MPN per 100 ml equal to this 49 into 10. 10 is from formula and divided by largest volume tested. It is 1:10 means 0.1. So it is 4900. So this much number of bacteria are present per 100 ml of sample. MPN per 100 ml. So the formula is MPN by 100 ml equal to MPN value from table into 10 divided by largest volume tested in dilution series used for MPN determination. And to select the 3 dilutions for determining MPN index, choose the highest dilution that gives positive result in all 5 portions tested, no lower dilution giving any negative results, and the 2 next succeeding higher dilutions. So in our case, both after 24 hours and 48 hours, our positive tube combination is 5 to 0 and we are getting MPN value of 4,900. The test is finished.